Why should I tire myself out reading a book when there are tons of summary videos on YouTube? The minute I see a page of text, I start to feel sleepy. There's no way I can sit and read this whole thing. Did any of these thoughts just cross your mind? Exactly. You get home from work completely drained. It's so much easier to just lie on the sofa and scroll through your phone. But today, I'm going to hit you with some hard truths. So why on earth should we consistently read boring old paper books? I'm going to tell you the real reason, crystal clear. By the time you finish this video, you'll find yourself wanting to pick up that book that's been collecting dust in the corner. Trust me and stay focused until the very end. I'm going to arm you with the most powerful weapon that will completely change your life. From this moment on, your brain is ready for a total rebirth. First, you'll enrich your ability to express yourself. Life is full of frustrating moments, isn't it? Imagine your boss gives you an unfair order. In your head, you have 100 comebacks to win the argument. But when you actually open your mouth, you just stammer. You end up making excuses, starting with, "Well, what I mean is..." On the subway ride home, you replay the moment and cringe with regret. Even writing an email, your mind goes blank after 3 lines. Why can't we say what's truly important? It's absolutely not because you have a timid personality. It's because the vessel for your thoughts, your language, is too small. Reading is the process of expanding that vessel. Writers stay up all night for a single word. They struggle to craft the sharpest possible sentences. As a reader, you get to pick up the words the writer has polished. You're building a state-of-the-art arsenal of words in your mind. With a large arsenal, you'll never be at a loss for words. For example, let's say you go to a great restaurant with a friend. Do you just keep repeating, "This is so good"? A person who reads can describe the taste in a variety of ways. Something like, "The texture is as soft as a cloud." This kind of expressive power enhances your charm. It keeps conversations flowing, even on a first date. In a job interview, you'll use a vocabulary that sets you apart. You'll leave a much stronger impression on the interviewer. It's a moment where a single word can change your life. When you read, you learn to state your opinions without hesitation. The one who felt unheard transforms into a master of logic. Second, it fully revitalizes your brain's concentration, which has been wrecked by an overload of dopamine. You are not inherently a person with weak willpower or laziness. Your brain is simply exhausted from overstimulating short videos and an information flood. Now let's think about a very common evening scene that repeats in our daily lives. You come home after a long, stressful day, have dinner, and collapse onto your bed. You're tired, so you decide to watch funny videos for just 5 minutes, but suddenly it's 2 a.m. Your finger is just mindlessly swiping up, scrolling through the flashing screen. The next morning, when you wake up to your alarm, your head aches, and regret washes over you. Even on the crowded train to work, we desperately search for 15-second videos. While eating with a friend, we can't focus on the conversation and keep glancing at our phones. If this continues, even slightly long documents at work become impossible to read. The words just bounce off the page. You experience reading the previous page but having no memory of it when you turn to the next. Reading is the training that molds your shattered concentration back together, like clay. To use an analogy, it's like force-feeding an organic salad to a brain that's used to only eating junk food. Unlike videos, books require you to imagine the text and read it very slowly. If you lose the context of the previous sentence, you can never fully understand the next one. That's why reading forces your brain to do the heavy lifting of thinking deeply. The experience of being completely immersed in a book restores your worn-out brain. Third, it powerfully rebuilds self-esteem that has hit rock bottom. We all go through gloomy periods where we just want to hide in a corner of our room for days. Imagine failing an exam you prepared for a long time or getting rejected from interviews repeatedly. You feel like everyone in the world is succeeding while you're the only one stuck in place. Even the cheerful messages from friends piling up on your phone feel like a burden you want to avoid. You're plagued by the guilt of having done nothing all day and endlessly put yourself down. Even the warm gaze of your parents feels like a sharp thorn piercing you. In times like these, the experience of quietly reading a thin book from cover to cover works true magic. Just imagine that overwhelming moment when you close the last page and look at the final period. Wow, I am someone who can perfectly finish something if I just set my mind to it. This small experience of success rebuilds the collapsed pillars of your mind, making them strong again. It doesn't have to be a flashy success you can brag about to others right away. Try to focus on reading just 3 pages every night before bed, then close the book without a second thought. As this sense of pride from keeping a promise to yourself builds up, you'll become unbreakable. Reading is a quiet time to comfort yourself in this harsh world. Fourth, it completely eliminates the profound loneliness of feeling like you're all alone in the world. Many people ask why they should read classic literature or old history books. They wonder how old stories can possibly help with the struggles of their modern lives. Let's imagine an ordinary office worker who is tormented every night because of a conflict with a colleague. Lying in bed, they endlessly blame themselves, wondering if there's something wrong with their personality, and cry from the feeling of injustice. Their heart feels heavy, thinking there isn't a single person in the world who understands them. But then, try casually opening an old novel written by an author from centuries ago and read it slowly. People in the past were hurt by others and suffered immensely over money, just like us. It's chillingly clear that our worries today are exactly the same as those of people from hundreds of years ago. To put it another way, it's like secretly peeking into the private diaries of wise people from the past. Ah, I wasn't the only one going through this terrible pain. The moment you realize this, your heavy heart will feel incredibly at ease. A book is like a warm comfort, inviting people from the past into your room to pat you on the shoulder. When you feel this connection, you stop overreacting to the small challenges in front of you. You start to see the world with a broader, more relaxed perspective than others. Fifth, you can eliminate stress with just 6 minutes of reading. This is based on a study by a research team at the University of Sussex in the UK. Just 6 minutes of reading drastically reduces stress. Stress levels can decrease by as much as 68%. This is more effective than listening to music or going for a walk. Now imagine one of your very tiring days. You've been scolded by your boss, and every muscle in your body is tense. Your head is throbbing and feels like it's about to explode. At that moment, take a book out of your bag and read for just 6 minutes. Your racing heartbeat will gradually calm down, your tense muscles will begin to relax. Reading puts the brain into its most relaxed state. It's like placing a cool ice pack on your brain. Pause your complex thoughts and focus on the text. The magic of just 6 minutes can revive your tired body. This is a healing time more powerful than an expensive massage. Give yourself the gift of the easiest form of rest. However, if you try to change everything overnight, you are bound to fail. Don't push yourself to open a thick book tomorrow and sit there for 3 hours. Our brains perceive sudden, drastic changes as threats and strongly resist them. There's absolutely no need to burn yourself out with passion from the very beginning. If even sitting at a desk feels hard, just lie down comfortably in bed. Picking the thinnest, most approachable book and reading just 1 page is more than enough. You are an incredible person who can do anything you set your mind to. As soon as this video ends, turn off your phone notifications and read just 1 line from a book. That 1 small line will completely change your tomorrow. If you've decided to start reading every day, leave a comment right now. And if my story was helpful, please consider hitting the subscribe button.